My name is Kaylee. Welcome to this video if you are new to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you all what I feed my family of 6 in a day. My husband is actually at work. Along with meals, I'm going to be sharing what I'm drinking in a day. And I have some coffee right here. When my husband is gone at work, I sometimes just do instant just because I don't know, I'm so used to him making the pots of coffee. This is one called Mount Hagen. It's an organic brand. I like to put salt in my coffee, like a little sprinkle. I don't know, I think it tastes better with it. I know these aren't like completely, all natural, whatever. It's erythritol and stevia, but it's a Truvia packet. 2 of them, by the way, half and half. I'll do a little more. Yum. Some of the kids are having fig bars. I usually don't take these out in the morning, but that's just what happened this morning. And then I opened up this banana for my 2-year-old and he saw the fig bars out. I think I'm gonna be making some banana bread today because look at this banana. I have a few of them right here that need to be used up. And then for breakfast, I'm gonna be making some turkey bacon
and eggs.
Yeah, and then we're gonna do scrambled eggs, and then we have some avocado that needs to be eaten. So I'm going to divide this package in half and freeze half of it for next week, and then try to cook half of it this morning.
We finally dumped them on the pan.
I'm just going to be doing 5 eggs with this breakfast because we have a bunch of turkey bacon that we're doing. Here, Jameson, you want to stir?
Yeah.
Okay, be a little more gentle so the eggs don't come out of the pan. Okay, these are my kids' plates. I still have to make my plate. I think we're gonna skip the avocado just because it's kind of browning on the inside. It's just, if you can tell, it's just a weird avocado and it doesn't taste ripe. So, sometimes when you get those like weird bruised avocados. Okay, we have some leftover turkey bacon. This will not get wasted. We will for sure eat that. And now Eli is helping me do the banana bread. Okay, I have Jameson here with me.
Hey.
And we have all those dishes in the back. In that last clip, it was Eli, but then my phone died. So yeah, now we're doing this clip. And now Jameson's helping me, but we're making banana bread. I usually don't make banana bread right after breakfast. I have to use up the bananas anyways, so might as well just get the banana bread going. Okay, there's the banana bread. If you're curious, I'm using the recipe from this book, and there is fresh milled flour in here, but I did have some in the freezer in a freezer bag, so I didn't have to mill flour this morning, so that made it super easy just to have some in the freezer. And I think that I'm going to serve this to the kids for lunch with fruit and cheese, and I will show you guys that when it is lunchtime. So as you can see, I'm serving up some banana bread for lunch. This is not our typical lunch, but I figured since I did all of the work of making the banana bread, might as well just make it into a meal. And if the kids want a snack in about a couple hours, that's fine because banana bread doesn't have a whole ton of protein. But since it is the fresh milled flour, it does have a lot of fiber. Jameson, do you want a piece of cheese?
No. I only want fruit.
Okay. So of course, when I make banana bread, none of my kids want a piece of cheese. I don't know if you were able to understand Jameson, but he said, I only want grapes. I ended up giving Amelia and Jack string cheese, but I ended up splitting it because I was afraid if I gave them a full one that they would both waste the cheese that I gave them. And they ended up wasting the tiny bit of cheese that I gave them to begin with. I usually don't stress about it when it comes to my kids not finishing their food. You know, they will eat when they are hungry, but what I will try to do is give my kids healthy options, even if I am serving them homemade banana bread. It is homemade. It does have sugar in it, but I'm not going to stress too much about that. And I know it's not the most protein-packed meal I can serve my family, but throughout the day we are getting in lots of protein. And as you can see here, I'm serving up my food. I have some chicken. This was leftover chicken from the night before. This was a crock pot salsa chicken that I made, and I have on there some beans and corn, a little cottage cheese, some lettuce, and I also finally got a ripe avocado, so I did have half of an avocado too. This was a pretty big salad. I think I didn't even finish it on this day. And you might be wondering why I'm not serving my kids salad, and that's because they probably would not even eat this, and they would much rather prefer the banana bread. So you win some, you lose some. Your kids eat banana bread, you have salad. There you go. Now here's a look at my finished plate, and I did put some Cholula sauce on my salad to make it a little more spicy. And as you can see, I think this clip was 2 hours later, but now my kids are having some frozen grapes. I did take some out of Jameson's bowl right there because he just put way too much in the bowl, and I had him share some with his sister. And right now what I'm doing is making myself an instant protein coffee. So I have a little bit of water in my cup, and then I put some instant coffee in there. Now I'm doing some chocolate protein powder. This one is from Amazon. Most days around 3 p.m. I will have some type of coffee. Either I will have an iced coffee or a protein coffee. I don't have the protein every single day, but today I am. And as you can see, I put some Truvia in it and some milk. And now I'm going to blend it up with my hand frother tool here. While I am enjoying my protein coffee, I'm going to be finishing up some bread that I started earlier. I'm just putting some yeast in the dough that was hydrating on the counter. My 2-year-old at this point is napping, so I like to work on these types of projects when my 2-year-old is napping. But I'm just incorporating that yeast into the dough that was hydrating on the counter. So at this point in the bread making process, I'm going to be kneading the dough all by hand. Ideally, it would be nice to have some type of bread mixer doing this part for me. The KitchenAid that I was using a few years ago started smoking, so it actually needs some repair. You can't see it in the frame right now, but it is off to the left side over by the coffee maker. So this will probably take me about 20 minutes to do. I also wanted to point out that I do not make bread every single day. This is probably about a once a week or maybe every 5 or 6 days that I will do a couple loaves of bread. And in this particular recipe, it does make 2 loaves. So I'm able to freeze one of the loaves, and then we work on the first loaf, and it takes us probably about 2 or 3 days to eat that one loaf of bread. And this is not my average type of baking day. I do not like to do banana bread and loaf bread all in one day. I just feel like for me personally it's too much baking for my preference. So this is a rare occasion where I am baking 2 types of baked goods in a day. So now I'm just going to be taking my very large bowl here, and I put some oil at the bottom of that bowl and mixed it all around so that the dough does not stick to the bowl, and I can easily get it out when I'm ready to shape my loaves. So the dough will sit in the bowl for about 2 hours. This has to be my favorite part of the bread making process, where you get to take the dough out. Well, first I'm going to be punching the dough and releasing some of that air in there, and then just taking out the dough. It's very satisfying, and being able to put it on the counter and begin working the dough and shaping my loaves. I actually should have had a knife right here or some sort of dough cutter, but instead I decided to pull apart my dough to get it split into halves. Now I have here some oiled loaf pans, and I'm going to be using my scale here to make sure my loaves are somewhat even. I don't get them exact just because They don't have to be exact. I just kind of want the loaves to be somewhat the same size. Maybe a couple grams off.
Bread.
Okay, that was Jameson. He really wanted to try out this microphone that I'm holding here while editing this video. Now, as you see, I am just shaping these loaves, and I don't know if I have, perfect technique here or if I'm doing it 100% right. I am not an expert at this, so just having fun making bread for my family. Feeling a little hungry, so I'm just gonna have this little snack, a piece of the banana bread I made and a cheese stick, and then probably in about 30 minutes I'm gonna get started on dinner. Okay, so for dinner I'm doing shrimp fried rice. This is gonna be one of those one pot wonder meals because I have leftover white rice. So I have the shrimp going right now, and there's bread in the oven. I'm thinking that the kids will want some bread later because everyone usually wants fresh bread, like a slice of fresh bread right when it's the day of that's made. It's always the best the day of. I'm just gonna eyeball it. I don't know. Some of this liquid tomatoes. And I'm just gonna put that Japanese sauce in the pan. Oh, sorry, that was loud. Just keep mixing. And I was also thinking about adding like a little bit of this towards the end when it's all done cooking. I usually don't add this, but I want to see how it tastes. I also cut up a little bit of green onion to go on top. This is what one of the plates is looking like with the green onion on it. It looks pretty good to me. Okay, I'm slicing into the bread. It's not all the way cooled off, but whatever. Oh, get a look at that. This is a new recipe that I tried. So this will be the kids' last thing that we eat. I already bit into a slice, and I really like this recipe right here. So yeah, a piece of homemade bread is the last thing that we're gonna eat today, I think. Okay, we are now in the backyard. I just feel like I saw some sort of bee fly next to me. Oh, mosquito. Okay, what I was saying. What was I saying? I got distracted by mosquitoes. Here where we live, there's like a lot of agriculture, so we get a lot of mosquitoes. That's why when we're in the backyard, I have to have some bug spray. And to wrap up this video, we are having poppies. We're sharing them just because make them last a little longer. I see a mosquito again. Okay, so to wrap up this video, not every day looks the same with what we eat, but this is what we ate today as a family of 6. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe. That would really mean a lot. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye.